Our latest NARC video interview features Newcastle's fuzzy garage rockers Pit Pony. They've just released their new video for recent single Hard Rainfall, and Jackie and Garth are with us. Can you tell us a bit more about the song?
Yeah, so the song is, it's quite dark. It's really about sort of expressing yourself and maybe when you feel like you haven't said something you should have said, and that's what the Wait No is about. It's about afterwards regretting something and then being really caught up in it and thinking, why did I hesitate? Why didn't I just get that off my chest? So it's a little bit of something that hopefully everyone can relate to, because I'm sure everyone's had an imaginary conversation when they're in the shower about when they wish they'd said something to someone that they didn't actually say. So unless it's just me, maybe it's just me.
Definitely not just you. Yeah, no, I do that routinely, usually in the car when I'm driving, and it's like, an argument. Yeah. And you've routinely worked with videographer Sel McLean for your videos. Walk us through that process that you take when it kind of comes to making your videos together.
In all honesty, not a great deal from our part, other than providing the music.
Because obviously the Dutch Courage we did together. That's
all because Sel's been so good to work with.
And it's a pandemic. So.
Yeah, I mean, originally he kind of got in touch with us when we did the first video we did with him, and he just kind of, without speaking to him beforehand, had a really good idea, which we absolutely loved, and we ended up doing that. And then since, it's just been a case of kind of working collaboratively with him. But it's really just every time he's kind of done a brief for us, we've kind of like loved it straight away. So there's not been, we can't lie, there's not been a lot of kind of input from ourselves about the actual makeup of the videos. I mean, we have obviously in the editing process and things like that, we'll give him pointers and stuff like that, and he'll ask for our opinion. But really, no, the credit is all his in terms of the actual composition of the videos. Yeah, he's been great.
He's got very similar music taste to us, and like God says, he approached us, so it's been nice because we've always sort of been on the same page with what we want and how things work out, which usually is quite a dark aesthetic, but it works for what we're doing.
More through sort of the themes and the symbolism in the video and where sort of Sel was going with that.
It fits with the song really, about saying afterwards when you're playing something back and thinking, oh, I wish I'd said that. It's very much about being caught up in your own thoughts, and I mean, it's obviously all done in symbols, and when people see the video, hopefully it makes sense. But it's when you can't escape your own thoughts and feelings, and you're entrapped in them, in a bit of a sort of depersonalization and maybe a bit of existential crisis in there. But yeah, it's about that intensity and the claustrophobia, like you say. Yep. I think I've missed that.
I think Sel's thing was about in a nutshell, an existential crisis.
Yeah.
So that's it really. Yeah. I think the symbolism with, as you've said, with the car and the helmet and the kind of almost in the end trying to run away from kind of what's in your head, or trying to get out of your own headspace, but the kind of struggle with that. That I think that's in a nutshell, that's it.
think that's definitely something we can all identify with at the moment. So
Yeah.
pretty much on the money. And obviously this single is was the first release that you put out physically. And it's been pretty successful. I hear you've had to do a second pressing.
Yeah, I think we've released some singles in succession, but we haven't actually released anything physical, and it's been really nice to finally get that out there, because people kept asking when we were like, soon, we'll do it soon. And for it to be vinyl, I think it just feels that little bit more special. It's a shame, obviously, we're not gigging, so we can't sell them at gigs, but it's been nice that everyone's been able to get them online, and it's just sort of DIY. We've just done it and then posted them all out ourselves. So it's been a nice surprise that people have been interested and wanted to get it.
And what's coming up for you next? Obviously, things are a little different in terms of gigging and live shows, but what have you got on cards?
Well, the main thing is that we've just recorded an album, which was great to do. It was brilliant just to be out of the house for a full week.
Even though we had to have masks on and sanitize and not go near each other and everything, it was we live together, so we're fine going near each other. But yeah, it was bizarre compared to other times we've recorded, but it was really nice to do an album because it's very different. It's all the subtleties in an album that are important, and it's very different to doing singles. So it was nice to delve into it and have that to focus on during lockdown.
Yeah.
Brilliant. And when are you hoping that the album might come out?
Currently the planning is for kind of late on in the year, thinking maybe October, November time, hopefully. It's obviously being mixed at the minute, and then hopefully maybe start the first single off it being kind of like early summertime, and then obviously just a run up to the album being released.
And hopefully we can gig this week.
we were like, it's ended up like this because we were fortunate enough. The reason we've been able to do it is because we were really lucky to get some, we applied for some funding off the PRS Foundation. So we got that like last year, and obviously we were like blown away by that. We couldn't wait to get started on it, but then obviously everything went awry, and we originally were planning to like record in like October, so that got knocked on the head. And then obviously it's just been the thing of like, kept thinking, well, you want to do it when you can actually do some shows to promote it, and kept thinking, but then obviously it got to the point where you're thinking, well, look, how long is this all going to go on for? Let's just get it out there regardless. So